Hello everyone. Am I clearly audible? Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning everyone. Good morning everyone. Good morning. So, good morning everyone. Welcome to the current and legal brief. This side Algama. So we are today is 10th of July and we will discuss today's important highlight of the newspaper. So we are going to discuss our first topic of the day is you know that PM Modi um, on three nation trip. First he went to Indonesia. Now currently he is in Australia, and after that he will be go to New Zealand. So yesterday we have discussed India-Indonesia relation, and today's article is about Indian-Australia relations, and we will go to the deep dive in these relations because today article is full of India-Indonesia relations. We can see here. First article India-Indonesian relations and about the importance of how Australia cured its social media ban on minor. And one important article here we can see Australia announced repartition of 3 antique taken from Tamil Nadu temple. These are the antiques were taken from Tamil Nadu is going to repartition. Australia going to, and one editorial about this is building a durable India-Australia partnership. We are going to also discuss this article. So today newspaper is full of India and Australia relations. So we will go to in deep and dive in this article. So we will begin this in our new slide. So we will discuss India-Australia relations. How India first we will discuss importance like how relation is evolve how relations evolve. They are mainly four phase uh, uh, there is mainly four phase of evolution of Indian Australian relations. Like there is a four phase or four timeline we will discuss here. Like first is phase one is 1947 to 1949. This is our independence period. So this is the early phase of relations. We will move to the second phase is 1949 to 1971. This is our first Prime Minister Nehru. We call this Nehru period. Our third is 1971 to 1998. And our four phase is in relation of evolution of how Indian Australia relation is evolved is 1999 1998 and after till 2026. These are the four phases in which we will discuss Indian Australia relations. So try to understand clearly or in deeply. This phase 1947 to 1949 is the early phase where our relations began. Australia Labour government maintained a warm relation with newly independent India. Uh, because we get independent on 15 August 1947. In this period, the Australia Labour government maintained warm relation and newly independent of India. During our Independence Day, two Australian representatives participate in the conference in New Delhi. So this was our beginning of our relations. And in 1949, between 1949 to 1971, this was like a Cold War distance and some personality clash. This is the Cold War period. In this period, Jawaharlal Nehru had a fundamentally different worldview, and Indian non-alignment created a security gap, and the two countries converged briefly during India and China border clashes of 1962. Other irritants. This period is mainly about how we developed our relations between non-alignment movement in 1956. So we have we said that we are neither US party or nor USSR. So we have started non-alignment movement. So now this period is like in 1971 and 1998 is like India when develop nuclear power. India became nuclear power. So in this period, our relation got a little bit tight. Like Australia imposed sanction on India. Later, like like Australia, a transformation from sanction to comprehensive strategic partnership. We will discuss. So we did, in like 1998, Australia imposed sanction because we have we tested nuclear test where India held a nuclear test. Australian PM Howard condemned and sanction imposed. And after 2020, we can say post 2000, we have seen that US attitude toward India is softened. And after 9/11, post 200, we have seen US is to soften attitude. US soften attitude toward India because US President Clinton visit in 2000. And after 9/11, a memorandum of understanding on counter-terrorism began. Defense cooperation started in on 2009. Joint declaration on security cooperation started. Our PM Modi on 2014. PM Modi historic visit historic visit um, after 28 years. We have seen PM Modi went to Australia after 28 years. in 2014. Now after 2014 we have seen elevation in we came closer, and we started comprehensive strategic partnership began, and this in 2020. In 2022 ECTA were signed. 2023 first annual summit CGB, like Australia open consulate general in Bureau CG in Bangalore. Then afterward, in 2026 we like sixth anniversary series of CSP, comprehensive strategic partnership, is a sixth anniversary of comprehensive strategic partnership. So why Australia is important to India? We will try to understand why Australia is important for us. Because Australia is important for us because of three reasons, like energy security, critical mineral for green transition, and Indo-Pacific balancing against China. Well, why Australia matter to India? Why 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 Australia matter to India? ऑस्ट्रेलिया हमारे लिए क्यों इतना मैटर करता है? Because of three reasons. First reason is our energy security, energy divergence, or we can say divergence. Second, critical mineral, and our third is Indo-Pacific balancing Indo-Pacific balancing against China. And one more bonus is like we can't say bonus, or it is like an advanced tech and research and development collaboration. And these are the we will explain in detail energy, how energy divergence, and what are the important significance of critical mineral to India, and we will discuss Indo-Pacific balancing against China. So our first topic will be energy, how energy divergence is like important for us. So just give me a minute. Hello. So we are we are energy divergence, critical mineral, and Indo-Pacific balancing. So we will discuss in detail. Why Australia is a natural energy partner of India? Australia and India energy partnership. Energy partnership. Like Australia is among world largest LNG exporter. LNG liquid petroleum gas. Liquid nitro. Liquid nitrogen gas. Australia is the largest exporter of LNG and can help India to diversify from higher concentrated Middle East import. Australia is among highest importer of LNG, and with this we can help to diversify our dependency on Middle East. We have seen that Iran, Israel, and USA conflict, and due to this Strait of Hormuz is Strait of Hormuz बंद हो जाता है, and thereafter it is affect our country economy and our essential items prices rise like crude oil, and our country faces a financial crisis. So due to energy security, we can with the help of Australia we can diversify our dependency on Middle East, and ultimately we can secure our energy sector. We have also signed one important point here: civil nuclear program agreement. We have signed civil nuclear cooperation agreement to from with Australia. Sorry, sorry. We have signed civil nuclear cooperation agreement with Australia, and in which we were interforced in 2015, of which it helped in to it in this nuclear agreement. Australia Australia will export uranium to India, and this will significant that our India energy security, and we will boost in a nuclear energy sector with the help of Australia. And another important current trend we can say is critical mineral role of critical mineral in the age of AI. Critical mineral investment partnership. Try to understand this concept because it is important. Critical mineral trade and investment partnership. Australia Indian critical mineral investment partnership. Like Australia will on this partnership, Australia will supply lithium, cobalt, and rare earth essential mineral for Indian electrical for to Indian electrical vehicle production, and ultimately it will boost our renewable in a technological manufacturing sector. It will boost our renewable technology manufacturing sector. So try to understand lithium. It is a critical mineral. Cobalt is also a critical mineral, and we are already exporting uranium, rare earth essential metal for our Indian electrical vehicle production, for the aiming of renewable, to boost a renewable technology manufacturing sector. For this partnership, India Australia already signed renewable energy partnership launched at second annual summit on November 2025. We can write like Indian Australia renewable energy partnership, in short form REP. Rep. Indian Australia renewable energy partnership. On this like it was signed on second annual summit in 2024. On this agreement, Australia focus on hydrogen and clean energy. So our in why Australia matter to us, like energy security. It will ultimately provide our energy security due to during Middle East and West Asia crisis. It will ultimately our supply diversification. We import critical energy from Middle East. Then during Iran Israel war, it temporary that route is ultimately closed for us, and our dependency on the Middle East can significantly affect our affect our country. So we India, as per India, we started our supply diversification. Yesterday I told that India is exporting crude oil mainly from Russia at $46, even giving premium, like we are giving more money to Russia. Even we can export crude oil from Middle East, like UAE, Venezuela, USA, on lesser price. But due to lesser price, we even we are exporting more from Russia. Like Russia is our relevant partner. We export from Russia even in Middle East crisis, but we can't export during Strait of Hormuz shutdown. When Strait of Hormuz shutdown, our Middle East partner like UAE and Venezuela is not in that we can't export import from there. So our relevant partner is mainly from Russia, and now India is trying to diversify its energy sector. So dependency on any particular country will be reduced, and ultimately our energy security will be improved. And important another important part is strategic autonomy between India and Australia, and green transition. India aim to for green transition. So for green transition we need renewable energy sources. For renewable energy sources we need critical mineral, and for critical mineral India signed Australia critical mineral program, in which India will get lithium, cobalt, and uranium for its energy sector from Australia. So these were the overview. And like a critical mineral is a new strategic frontier. Like I have already said that India ambitious for its green transition mission to become a global manufacturing hub for renewable technologies like solar panels, batteries, and EV. For this our main dependency, our main exporting part earlier is now, even now, is China. And we know it is our main enemy in Asia after Pakistan, like China and Pakistan. So if we depend entirely on this, then during our war, how this country will export to us? So in order to our diversify from China dependency, we started coalition and ties with agreements, and several year of hard work in MOUs we have signed with Australia for its critical mineral. So our dependency on China will be reduced. So this was the critical mineral analysis, why Australia matter to us on. So Australia matter because of critical mineral asset and energy security and Indo-Pacific region and China influence. Now we will try to understand Indian and Australia partnership in various organization. Indian and India and Australia is mainly in many I can say I can't explain till now India and Australia is in what we can say India and Australia is in we can say they are doing many things give me a second. Partnership architecture. So hello, am I clearly audible? Where was I? I was on the point Indian and Australia partnership on for on group we I will discuss group first our group will be quad. Second is I O R A. This means India Ocean Rim Association. We are also a part of ASEAN or East India Summit, East Asia Summit. We are also part of APEC. We are also part of Pacific Island Forum. Forum. We are also part of Trilateral Dialogue. We are also part of a UN clause rule-based maritime order. UN clause rule-based maritime order. So we can see that Indian or Australian are a part of a core partnership in maritime security tech and health infrastructure. We are part in Quad. We are also part in Indian Ocean Rim Association. Both are member focus on IOR government, IOR governance. Indian Ocean Rim Association governance. Blue. We will develop blue economy together. Both engage in Asian centrality. Indian Act is to meet Australia Indo-Pacific framing. We also send that Australia support India's APEC membership significance and diplomatic object for India. Australia also has a Pacific anchor Indian Sagar vision extended to South Pacific. So these are the point that we are currently focusing. So I can say that what are the currently Indian and Australian relation is because of defense interoperability and maritime domain awareness, critical mineral and resilient supply chain, education corridor reform and student safety, clean energy and hydrogen partnership, and trade diversification beyond commodities and education. joint R&D and cyber, climate and agri-tech, Indo-Pacific Institution and Asian balance, investment facilitation and infrastructure financing, diaspora engagement as an economic bridge, and delivery-based annual roadmap. These were the Indian Australia main, like we can say, relations. So our article is also dealing with this here. So we can, in one line, we can say the Indian Australia started from its natural to comprehensive strategic partnership since 2020, whose relationship is shared democratic values, Indo-Pacific convergence, and complementary economic strength. Our like we defense ties it at historic high. Some important point is like fact, like in we will discuss one fact I am remembering, like Indian Australia military exercise, like we are doing Aussie index. It is a bilateral naval exercises, exercises, Aussie index. We are doing Malabar exercises. We are also doing like Talisman Sabre exercise Tarang Sakti. I am going to explain this point. And one more thing is a mutual logistic support agreement. Like Aussie index, I said Australia, India, bilateral navy exercises. Malabar exercises like Australia join the India, US, Japan naval exercises, and we are Australia. Malabar exercises like a quad member exercises, member like India, US, Japan, and Australia. These four countries together doing an exercise called Malabar exercises. And India and Australia is obviously the partner of this, also joined this exercise. Talisman Sabre exercises is like India inaugurated participation in Australia premier multinational exercise. Like India participate on the country Australia on their exercises, and exercise Tarang Sakti. Australia Royal Australian Air Force participate in Indian Air Force exercises. Is the in which here Royal Australia Air Force participate Indian Air Force exercises. So these were the important we can understand Aussie index, Malabar for quad, and we can say this is important. Tarang Sakti. So this was our today article. Why Australia is important for us, and in this article we will discuss and we came to understand why Australia matter to us because of energy diversification, critical mineral, and obvious and one more important is the uranium exportation for India. So these were the important highlights of the today. And one more important point in this article is that PM Modi PM Modi, PM Modi said, express, we can hear said praise the Australian ban on social media access for teenagers in clear induction of, so far for union government for our India. In Australia, teenager can't access social media. So this was for this PM Modi praised Australian Prime Minister. So we will move to the next important I have already told that Australia announced repartition of 3 antiques taken from Tamil Nadu temple. Like Australia will reparted 3 ancient artifacts so stolen from temple in Tamil Nadu, including Cloda bronze trident, a granite Nandi idol, and a Kartakia sculpture. Move announced during PM Narendra Modi visit to country. So this was the 3 important sculptures that were stolen. Now they are coming back to India. So we will discuss our this. I will discuss in short point just give me a second. Building a durable India-Australia partnership. So this article is mainly about this article. These are why in this news, because PM Modi, Narendra Modi, obviously we know that visit Australia, and is Indian Australia tie are at their strongest phase now. At current, focus shifted from convergence to long-term strategic alignment. So what is the main central theme of this article? The editorials argue that Indian Australia relations have moved beyond diplomatic goodwill convergence. Indian Australia relation moved beyond its convergence and must now evolve into deep institutional and operational strategic alignment. Shared interests alone are not enough. Both countries must convert political intent into long-term cooperation in defense, trade, technology, energy, and people-to-people ties. So we are discussing central theme. That central theme, India and Australia should transform their growing strategic convergence into durable institution partnership that strengthened Indo-Pacific security and economic resilience. We have seen that here, turning convergence into alignment, and the harder part for our most strategic relationship is drawing in the line between convergence and alignment. The two might sound like synonyms, but they are not convergence. So these are the central theme. And what is the editorial argue and concern is that strategic convergence has not translated into practical alignment. Up to now, only strategic convergence, we are strategic convergence. हम लोग बस एग्रीमेंट कर रहे हैं, बट उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन तो प्रैक्टिकली वी आर नॉट सेइंग. Agreement exists, but mainly are poorly operationalized. Defense and maritime cooperation need deeper institutional mechanism. Defense and maritime corporations need deeper institutional mechanism. Trade benefits have not reached a small and medium business. Australian public awareness about India's strategic importance remains low. The Indian diaspora is underutilized as a strategic bridge. Without strong implementation, the partnership may remain symbolic rather than transformative. And it is obviously important if we can't treat our diaspora, if we will continue to bully another nation like in Australia. So our strong implementation of partnership maybe remain symbolic, but not rather than transformative. So we need our government need to work hard and deeply, deeply institutionalized our relations with Australia, and try to make strong ties such that we can see the visibility in our day-to-day life. So, strategic assumption: China will continue to be major strategic challenge in Indo-Pacific. So, India and Australia sharing a long-term geopolitical interest. So, this article mainly also talk about how China concern in Indo-Pacific region. So, in order to counter that, India and Australia share a long-term geopolitical interest. Both countries will remain committed to democratic value and rule-based international order. Obviously, economic cooperation can reduce dependency on China. Technology, critical mineral, and supply chain partnership will become increasingly important. So this was the today article breakdown, and we have discussed our why Australia important for us. What are the why Modi praised our Australian Prime Minister, and why Australia announced repartition our three antique, and we have highlighted the editorial why our partnership should be become should enhancement should be there in our partnership. We should focus on practicality rather than symbolic, and we should ensure our diaspora in Australia should be safe and secure, and they cannot be bullied by the locals. So our next article is SpaceX, an artificial intelligence startup with fuel private jet needed. This article is mainly about first of all, try to understand why this article is in news. Expected IP initial public offering of SpaceX and major AI companies are expected to create thousands of new millionaire and billionaire. That's an important point. The article explained that AI and space technology boom, particularly the expected IPOs of company like SpaceX and major AI startup is creating enormous wealth, which is increasing demand for private aviation. It demonstrates how technological innovation can have ripple effect on luxury industry and broader economy. The AI and space accelerate technology boom is generating unprecedented wealth, driving rapid growth to private aviation industry. Author our article concern is that the private jet industry is being highly dependent on wealth generated by technology IPOs. IPO driven liquidity event are reshaping consumer spending pattern. Company in private aviation are expanding rapidly in anticipation of billion and millionaire client. Like our economic assumption, as I said, AI companies are and SpaceX will continue crashing substantial wealth through IPOs and rising valuation. Market assumption: demand for private jet is closely linked to stock market performance and technological sector wealth. Central theme is like AI and space wealth is boosting demand for private aviations. We can say that how AI can generate AI company can generate enormous wealth. Entry level boom. Here we can see that. And the IPOs of SpaceX, whose holding include AI raised a record $85 billion for the firm and generate a huge employee founder wealth. This was like a financial editorial, the business. So we will now discuss our last editorial is AI's important article is that AI cyber risk in banking need a national response. Now this could be important in current in current era, like how we can counter AI cyber attack and what bank needs banking need a national response. Like why in this news article? Because rapid adoption of AI, advanced AI model like generative AI, frontier AI in the banking sector has significantly increased. And obvious when these things will be increased in our banking sector, then our cyber security is at stake. आप सब AI को बैंक में डाल रहे हो तो then there can be possibly attack of cyber risk. Then bank and regulatory are recognition that AI powered cyber attack are becoming faster, more sophisticated and harder to detect. We can detect physical thief, but we can't it is nearly impossible to detect a digital thief, like and even who are using AI. So the editorial call for national level cyber security strategy, not just individual banking response. What is the central theme of this article, and why this article taking why? What is the main theme of this article? Is that AI has transformed cyber threat in banking to such an extent that isolate efforted by individual bank are insufficient. India require a coordinated national cyber security framework, strong regulatory oversight, and collaborative defense mechanism. अपने एआई को इस लेवल तक पहुंचा दिया दैट अगर कोई बैंक इंडिविजुअली वो अगर ट्राई टू आइसोलेट हो जाता है then he will be like a shutdown, he can't run without AI. So this approach need a global national movement so we can secure our banking sector. So the author what we can say that editorial main concern is that AI has drastically increased the speed and scale of cyber attack. Existing banking cybersecurity systems are inadequate against AI-driven threat. Banks are relying too heavily on foreign AI technologies without building domestic capability. Cybersecurity cannot remain a technical issue alone. It has become a matter of national security, financial security. Lack of cooperation among banks weaken the counter cyber resilience. So we can assume like AI power cyber attack will continue to become more advanced and more advanced. Like AI will become more advanced, then there would be possibly more attack on our banking sector. And banking is a sector is like critical national infrastructure. It is the without banking sector any country will be called banking is a like a critical national infrastructure. Collaboration between bank, regulatory academy and government is essential. Therefore India should develop indigenous AI cyber security capability instead of depending excessively on foreign platform. So important point to note in this: AI changes cyber security. AI changes cyber security. Like AI identify vulnerability much faster than human. Like if you write any codes and copy that code and paste to the AI, any AI like Cloud or ChatGPT, and you said that identify the mistakes or vulnerability in this code, then obviously in that AI that which runs on prompts will identify vulnerability faster than any human. Then cyber attack can now be automated without just in one pressing enter. It can attack any banking system and enable phishing, malware generation, credential theft, and defect based fraud. Obviously, banking risk are API vulnerability, third party vendor risk, payment system attack, data theft can be happen, fraud detection become more difficult. So banking need advanced AI for defense. However, giving unrestricted access to powerful AI model may introduce new security risks. A balance between innovation and security is required. National, what is the role of what should be Indian role in this? Cybersecurity should be treated as a strategic national priority. We should should started to give priorities to cyber security, because this sector is important for currently, because should be banking need continuous threat intelligence. A greater cooperation between public and private sector is essential. Well, what is the why we are talking like a significance of AI, like a revolutionary banking operation, improve fraud detection, enhance customer service, and dual use technology. Like these are the article, like article mainly talk about what are the pros and what are the concern of this article. We can see the pros are faster fraud detection, better risk management, improved customer service, automation of repetitive tasks, real-time threat monitoring. We understand the cons like AI powers tech. We know that deepfake financial fraud, data privacy concern, and model hallucination and errors. These are the things that article discuss. Small model, big query, preparedness capacity. The evolving cyber risk our landscape call for more than compliance-driven response. It required national and sectoral capability. So these were the important points of today's newspaper. These are the important news of editorial, and we can say article of today's. Hope you enjoyed, guys. So thank you everyone for the your thank you for the all the efforts, for the all the supports from you guys.